Good morning, students of plus 2 class. Our next topic is fertilization. Fertilization, the site of fertilization is ampulla of fallopian tube. That means sperm and ovum should be present in the ampulla of fallopian tube, which is the site of fertilization. And next is insemination. What is insemination? Insemination is the process in which male discharge or ejaculate the semen in the female genital tract up to the cervix of uterus, and in one ejaculation there are present 200 to 300 million sperms. Out of these, 60% sperms, they are having the normal shape and structure, and 40% of 60% they have the normal motility. That means you can say 24% of sperm are normal, which can fertilize the egg. And what is the number of 24%? 48 million to 72 million sperms. They are having the normal structure and function and can fertilize the egg. Then this is insemination. Now the sperm, they start moving toward the uterus, upper part of the uterus. By the continuous movement of vagina, muscle of vagina and uterus, they help in movement of sperm. After that, sperm move with their tail at the rate of 1.5 to 3 mm per minute. This is the rate of movement of sperm. And if we talk about the vagina, in the vagina, alkaline medium should be present, and this alkaline medium is provided by the semen. Otherwise, the medium in vagina is acidic. Then in vagina, phagocytic cells are present, and these phagocytic cells, they take the sperm as the outsiders or antigens and engulf large number of sperms. Next, we talk about the release of ovum. At the 14th day of menstrual cycle, when the Graafian follicle is fully mature, under the influence of high level of luteinizing hormone, there is breakdown of Graafian follicle and release of ovum, that is in secondary oocyte stage. Because in this, metaphase 2 is suspended. Metaphase 2 is suspended, and this metaphase 2 is completed only after the entry of sperm. Then the release ovum, it has the capacity to fertilize only up to 24 hours. If within the 24 hours it doesn't get fertilized, then it gets absorbed. Then next we talk about how the sperm enter the ovum. As you know, on the headpiece of sperm, acrosome is present. Acrosome is same as that of lysosome. It is made up from the Golgi complex, and acrosome is having the lytic enzyme. This is the membrane of ovum. This is plasma membrane. This one is zona pellucida. And here are present the cells which are glued together. These are the cells of corona radiata. Then they are glued together with the help of hyaluronic acid. And large number of pumps surround this. Only I am drawing the headpiece. This is headpiece. It is having acrosome. This is acrosome. And this pump, it has 3 enzymes. First is hyaluronidase. This hyaluronidase it acts on this cementing material so that these cells become loose. This is acrosome. Second enzyme is corona lysing enzyme. This corona lysing enzyme break down the cell of corona radiata. And third is zona lysing enzyme. This zona lysing enzyme it engulfs the zona pellucida only from the point where the sperm has to enter, and the remaining zona pellucida it remain intact. And you know here are present the cortical granules. And this cone which is formed by the engulfing of zona pellucida and by loosening of corona radiata, it is called reception cone. Now, after formation of reception cone, the membrane of sperm, plasma membrane of sperm fuses with the plasma membrane of ovum. This is the nucleus of ovum. After that, these cortical granules, they come to the surface, release their enzyme as well as other chemicals between the zona pellucida and plasma membrane. What is the function of these chemicals or enzyme? They harden the zona pellucida, and now it is called fertilization membrane. For the sperm to fertilize the ovum, there is adequate pH is required, calcium ion, magnesium ions are required. If calcium ions are absent, then there will be no fertilization. So calcium ions are the most important factor for the fertilization. Then these cortical granules, when they release their chemical and enzyme, this change the zona pellucida and harden the zona pellucida. Now the zona pellucida get converted into fertilization membrane. What is the function of this fertilization membrane? It prevents polyspermy. That means the only sperm which enter into the egg prevent the entry of other sperms. Polyspermy is prevented, and you know that middle piece contain mitochondria that never enter into the egg, and after entry of egg there is completion of suspended metaphase, और इसमें आ जाएगा एनाफेज प्रमोटिंग फैक्टर स्पर्म प्रोड्यूस करता है जो कि एनाफेज प्रमोट करता है, एनाफेज टेलोफेज, एंड नाउ देयर इज रिलीज ऑफ सेकंड पोलर बॉडी. जैसे सेकंड पोलर बॉडी रिलीज होगी इट बिकम हैप्लॉइड. दिस इज द न्यूक्लियस. Now the secondary oocyte after release of second polar body, it is called ovum, and the nucleus of sperm also enter into this. Now this is called dikaryophase because it is having two nucleus, and along with nucleus its centriole, that is called proximal centriole. It also enter into egg. Proximal centriole divide into two because the number of centriole is always 2. That means the zygote having the mitochondria from the mother and centriole from the father. This is all about the fertilization. Next topic is cleavage.